guys? How you doing? Gavin Timms with REI Network. Welcome back for another episode. Just before I introduce my guest, real quick, we have a giveaway. Well, it's not really a giveaway. It's something that I've linked up with Batch on, where you actually get 1,000 free leads. So if you go to batchleads.io/Gavin, batchleads.io/Gavin, you'll get 1,000 downloaded records for free if you're not already using that service. So check it out. Go and get your 1,000 free as soon as you can. I think you get a 7-day trial, so you can cancel. And like I said, the leads are 100% free. So go and check that out. Right. Also, just before, if you're watching us on YouTube or the podcast, make sure you like and subscribe. That would be awesome. I really appreciate that. Okay, so I have just been doing a coaching call. I want you to introduce Nolan. Nolan, how are you?
Doing well, Gavin. Thank you. How are you doing?
Yeah, good. So Nolan's actually one of my clients, and we just had a coaching call. And I was like, you know what? Let's talk about this on a quick podcast. We're going to keep it short and to the point. But I think it's interesting for people to hear, right? How life can change, how plans can change, right? And I thought that's why I wanted to get you on, Nolan, and talk about the coaching call we've just had, and just to talk about how we're going to make things differently moving forward. So, we've been working together for a few months. When you came on, it was, you had a plan that you were going to be working this business, right? You were going to be hitting the phone. So we got some leads coming in. We set some systems up. And what was happening was that you wasn't able to focus on the leads because you kind of had too many coming in.
Too many.
Is that kind of what would you say?
It was there were too many leads coming in daily. I was starting to feel overwhelmed. I was starting to put things on the back end. I'll do it tomorrow. And then tomorrow ended up being next week. And then weeks go by, then the league's no longer hot anymore. So I noticed that was happening quite a bit. And I wanted to get in front of it as soon as possible.
Yeah, absolutely. And also, as you know, my teachings, I'm very big on the process, right? The system will do one side, the system will bring in marketing, bring in leads, okay? But you then got to work them, right? So we talk about them 4 key things of marketing, talking sales, making offers, and then following up. So once they're in that, we got to work that process to be able to get deals. And that's kind of where, what our original plan was, is that you were going to focus in them areas, but you identified yourself that I can't do that. You're working, all right. You got, a new job, and that was taking your time. And I'm big on, well, we got to make changes then, right? We got to make changes to, if them jobs aren't going to be done, then they need to be done by someone. Which is kind of why we got on this call today, and we've kind of restructured what we're doing here. You're actually going to be doing one of my kind of models where you're going to be doing, not relying on you to take them calls. So just tell us about how the call went today, kind of what the game plan is moving forward.
So pretty much what we were discussing today is that we're going to try to get someone in here, or get another piece of the pie in here that can kind of field the calls, where, they're kind of like the acquisitions person taking my place. I'm going to be the person overseeing the lead generation and the follow-ups and things like that, and maybe a little bit of dispose. But I noticed real early on, I was really excited. The leads were coming in. We were getting like maybe 10 leads a day, and, getting on the phone with those people and then having to follow up with those people. I noticed right away that it was going to take a lot of my time. And it wasn't something that I enjoyed a lot. I like talking to people, but it started to feel like another job. So that's why we're on this call. So yeah, that's pretty much the plan of action right now. We're going to go a little bit. Then we're going to do like 1,500 to 2,500 to start off with. We're going to kind of test the market and then kind of see where we can go from there, come up with the next plan of action from there.
Yeah, absolutely. So just to, what Nolan was saying there with the 1,500 to 2,000, I always like to, when I adopt this model where we're bringing someone else into it, making sure that partner works, is that we have like is what I call as a sample, right? What we're looking at is that we need the foundation built early on, and we should be able to see this within the first 4 to 6 weeks, with bringing a partner in, to make sure that you're gelling together. They're doing what you need them to do, you're doing what they need, and that works. Once that's working, you can then start to develop back to more lead generation. Right? Once you have that system in, as much as they can handle, you can deliver, but you never want to go, and this goes for anyone listening, that you never actually want to go all in and start doing like 10,000 leads in one market. And then it didn't work after a week, and now you've got all this expense sitting there. So you always want to start off small. You can never take away, you can always add on. That's how I like to, think about it. Okay. And just so what Nolan said as well, another good point is that when you've got 10 leads, they might not be 10 new leads a day, but then 2, 3, 4 leads a day coming in consistently add up. If you didn't reach them, it goes to 6 the next day. Plus, after 30 days, your follow-up kicks in. So now you have 10 sellers a day that you need to speak to, and then you don't speak to them, and then it's 20. You can see how the overwhelm can kick in if you get behind, right? And it's good because sometimes we have to have these honest conversations, right? Where you said, I don't really want to talk to people all day about this, which is good. But it's good to identify this because originally the plan was you wanted to talk to these people, right? You are going. And it's not the fact of you're not willing to do it, okay? But if you don't like doing something, you're never going to perform to the fullest, if that makes sense, right? And there's no point just sitting here trying to do different things by getting the same outcome if it's not happening, right? We talked about someone else that we know that went into another coaching program, spent another 20,000, but the problem is with them, until you change yourself and you understand where you fit in a business, don't keep chasing the dream. You're just wasting money. One of the things, and this isn't, I don't mean anyone watching this of an arrogance, but when I'm always big on go and get more coaching, go and get more mentors, go and build, but you have to be making money to be doing that, right? So don't think by changing that's going to be the answer, because often what happens is that it's yourself that needs to change. So what I tell everyone that works with me is that if you can't do deals with me, I'm confident because of my access that people have, that if you can't do deals with me, don't think you go into another person is going to give you the answer. It's just going to cost you more money, right? Now, if you're making money with me and you want to expand or you want to bring in another strategy that I don't do, I'm all for that. But if you've never done a deal, don't keep hopping, because that's how you just get in more debt and you don't make it happen, right? And that's why I'm glad we had this conversation, because the plan's changed. But for the better. So what we're going to be doing is Nolan's found someone on the ground, all right, that's going to be filled in these calls with you assisting. We're going to build this in. We're going to get that pipeline consistently going in. If they're working and keeping up their end, then you can start to expand that. And we looked at some realistic numbers, Nolan. I was saying here that, within 90 days to start seeing a result, and then to really get this going, probably 6 months to start seeing multiple deals a month. Okay. And as I always tell everyone, you're only as good as your team, right? So we know what we're in for by doing this. Okay. So you're only as good as the guy on the ground, or as willing as he wants to be good, by doing the things that he needs to do to get results. So anything else, Nolan? I mean, what else did we cover, or how are you feeling about it?
I'm feeling really good about it, real confident about it. I know what I'm able to bring to the table as far as speaking to sellers each day. So I'm hoping that whatever I can do, I can rub off on him. Whatever he can bring to the table, we can kind of gel together and make it happen, because I really do want to make it work. And I just knew right away that the route that I was going, I didn't really see the end of the tunnel, making all these calls every day and still having my 9 to 5, I just didn't see it being realistic. So, grateful for you, Gavin, to, have me on here, and we kind of recourse things and kind of figure out what it is that needs to happen so I can, boom this market, man. I know I'm in a hot market. I needed to go up. So, I'm grateful for that. But other than that, I feel real good about it moving forward.
Good.
Size. I'm willing to do that whenever we can get started. I know we're not going to start until maybe early January. I think you're saying 2021.
Yeah.
which is a great idea for me too. It gets me to focus. All the holiday stuff will be out the way. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And I'm hoping, that we have a lot more calls like this where we can talk more, see the progress for folks that are watching.
Yeah, absolutely. We definitely do. We want to get you back on to see where you're at with this new model, because the first one wasn't working due to the things that we just talked about. And that doesn't mean that the system's broken, that you had leads and consistent leads. Yeah.
Tracks and all that good stuff. It works. Don't get me wrong. I wasn't happy. I knew I wasn't giving 110%. I'm one of those guys that are like, I'm not like a perfectionist, but like, I want to be able to leave my work behind. And then they say, who did this? Like they're asking who did it, so I'm real prideful in that stuff. And I just noticed right away, even though we're getting contracts, we're doing deals, I just didn't see it happening long term. So I felt like we needed to change something right away.
Yeah, no, that's great. And I think that's good for anyone, listening to this. I want them to really analyze the self, right? To do what you did, because you contacted me and said, like, and you didn't say you wasn't happy, but hey, can we talk? Because you are doing some deals, you have got leads, it's working in the way that we put it together, but you're not happy with the position you're in the business, that it's coming down to you, and we need to make them changes. So that's kind of what we've done. This is exactly one of my models that we went over. I kind of showed you or told you about exactly how it works with me, and you're going to go ahead and adopt that and do it, with watching who we're going to be partnering up with and how to kind of watch for certain things that they're doing to make sure we're a good fit. And if not, then we need to obviously find that next person without spending, obviously, too much money. And once you get this going, you're going to see the power of it. And believe me, that people need you. Just because you have the system, you have the leads. People cannot do that. People can't generate. They love talking to people, driving around in their, the trucks or whatever, going and seeing sellers, whatever they do. And you just need to make sure that you're coming together with that right person, right? You never want to take two people with money and put them together. You never want to take two people with time and put them together. You need the person with the money, the system, generating the leads, with the other one that has the time. And when you stick them together, you'll see greatness. And that's what our plan is for you. So it's going to be interesting. We're going to check back in, over the next few months to see if this person worked out. Did we have to change, give reality checks here. But I think it's good. And again, people are going to get a lot from this, because they're going to hopefully look at themselves and say, you know what, I'm in the same boat here. I'm working too hard, right? I'm building, I'm trying to do all the marketing. I'm trying to do all this. I'm trying to do all that. And I can't do it all on my own. And that's where things have to change. And with a system, we have a marketing system, but then we have the system throughout the whole business as well by, putting people in place. So, no, I appreciate it. That's awesome.
Yep. I'm super intrigued to get started, man. I can't wait. That was funny. I did just randomly text you. I don't know what came over me. I don't remember if it was something that I watched from you or something that triggered me. I was like, man, I got to reach out to Gavin, because I'm seeing folks doing this and that. And I know that they're not happy doing it. And I know there's a way to do deals, and I don't have to be doing, spending 10 hours a day, speaking to folks. I want to be able to be efficient, in and out, hands off kind of business, where I know I need to work at it. I know I need to build it up. And that's so
yeah.
I'm grateful, man. I appreciate it.
No, awesome. Yeah, you're going to be working on the business and not in it. So we're going to see what we can do here and see what we can make happen.
For sure, man.
So awesome. And guys, if you're looking to get any systems set up, we're offering something right now. If you go to ineedsystems.com, go and apply there. We can chat if you think it's for you. And if not, I'm sure you got something, from this episode. I always like to do real things, with real people that are doing this business, not all the hype. This is a hard business, but it is very, very rewarding at the same time. And if you can get that right balance to kind of suit your lifestyle and what you need, and that's always going to change, Nolan, you're proof of it. Our goals, a few months ago, and our goals now are now different. So we have to make changes to make it happen, and that's what we're doing.
Yep, 2021, full steam.
Oh, big year. All right, bud. Well, I appreciate you. Thank you for doing this. And we will see you. I'll talk to you soon, and we'll go from there.
Sure, man. Tomorrow I think we're on. So
yes,
Gavin. Thanks, y'all. And whoever's watching this, Gavin, definitely a great mentor. Very patient with me. I've never not come to Gavin and he hasn't had an answer for me. He always has the answers. So I'm just following in his grace right now. He's our fearless leader right now. So appreciate you.
I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me on.
Thank you, sir. I appreciate you. All right, bud. Have a good one. Guys, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye. Bye.